Hello and welcome to the channel Ruckosaurus Rex, where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. Hope you guys are feeling good out there. You see what we got going on here. Another offering from Haolonggood. I told you an Allosaurus was inbound, and it is here. It has arrived, and we are going to check it out. You see the Haolonggood box. As always with Haolonggood, they put out their models in two different colors. You see we've got on the cover of our packaging here a brown and a we'll call it blue colored Allosaurus, and I opted for the bluish green. I would say it really is, and yeah, that's what I went with. I did not get both, though. As inexpensive as these models are, you could opt to get both if you can't decide or you just want to have two. So there you have it. As far as our packaging is concerned, as always, the top of the packaging we have some illustrations of past offerings from Haolonggood. That far right, you see we've got the Apatosaurus. We're going to see that again during the course of this review. And we've got a few others, another sauropod down there, the Crayosaurus. We've got Spinosaurus. Above that, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. To the left of that is a Therizinosaurus. To the right of the T-Rex, we've got Carcharodontosaurus. And then I see a Pentaceratops, or a pair of Pentaceratops, the lower left there. Side of the box, we have the same illustration that we had on the other side. You see that it states Allosaurus scale 135. Well, we will see about that. So here we have our Allosaurus from Haolonggood out of the packaging, and my first impressions, if it's supposed to be 135th scale, then this has to be representative of a subadult Allosaurus, because it's pretty small. It's pretty small, and when you think about the measurements, which we will do when we get the model off the base, you will understand where I'm coming from. The coloration is as beautiful as I knew it would be, and the paint applications are as professional and as natural looking as Haolonggood does. Once again, it's incredible at that price point. This is their first theropod that Haolonggood has done as just simply Haolonggood. The last time they did any theropods you saw at the top of the packaging was when they were teamed up with GR Toys. Ever since that, I'm assuming parting of ways, all they've come up with are herbivorous dinosaurs. And this is their first attempt at a theropod, and while it looks nice, there are some issues. Straight up, for one, if you look at the forearms, and we'll get closer in with that, it's missing the elongated thumb claw. That's for sure. And maybe the skull. I mean, there are different species of Allosaurus, so I can't overlook that. I don't think that that's an issue there. But the thumb claw not being elongated and the size of the model are definitely issues, at least for me. So looking at our Allo a little closer up, once again, the paint apps are definitely great, and you could see he does have the characteristics of an Allosaurus. We're talking about the crest at the top of the head there, and when I was talking about the differences with the different species, this species, you can see from the head sculpt, it's a little bit more robust. There are some, like Fragilis has got a narrower, I guess you could call it, head sculpt. But actually, we always get in Fragilis, so I'm cool with this. It has an articulated jaw. Let's get that open. You can see he can open his mouth pretty wide. My teeth are painted nicely. They're not sloppily painted. They're painted individually, the teeth I'm talking about. See if we can look under there. Realistic. The mouth and you look in there, you can see where the nasal passageway has been sculpted in. You got the tongue right there, so that's pretty nice. Got some beautiful coloration here. That blue green, as I said, there's striping. The eye is painted like a yellow with a black pupil. You've got oranges right there at the top where the crest is, and going right down the spine. Speaking of the spine, you've got the spines going there. You see how pronounced they are right there at the top of the neck, and then you've got spines and scutes and osteoderms going all the way down. That looks pretty nice there, all the way down. Looking at the side of the animal, looking at that throat, you've got some nice wrinkles going on. The arms are pretty nice. They go down green. You got some darker spots there as far as the green goes, and then you see it on the arm. It turns into that orange, and you got some spots of that green. And then, of course, you've got the claws. The claws are painted like a gray, and yeah, that thumb claw is grating on me. It not being elongated, but I've already come up with a rationale that I can use to fool myself with. I'll talk about that in a bit. Going down, looking at that leg, the left leg stepping forward. You see the wrinkles right there at the thigh, and it goes down there. The claws on the feet painted whitish gray. Then tapers on down. You got that nice orange-like striping going down, and then it kind of abruptly ends right there. Looks pretty cool. Then we have the green, and then of course on the underside we've got like this cream color on the underside there, and we've got the very visible cloaca going on down there. Other side, you know, much of the same thing as you could see, and we'll end it there at the head. I'll close the mouth, and this side looks just as nice as the other side. Once again, that the thumb claw is it really is getting to me. And now we'll take a measurement of our Allosaurus, and you're about to see how I'm going to rationalize that thumb claw. And you're asking, well, what does taking a measurement have to do with the thumb claw situation? You'll see momentarily. We're getting a measurement for this Allosaurus at about 8 and I'm going to say 3/4 inches long. Now, Allosaurus was reported to be 28 feet long, at least 28 feet long. We've gotten reports that Allosaurus are, they get up to 35 feet long. I've always grown up knowing that Allosaurus were over 30 feet long. For the longest time, they were considered the largest theropod in the Jurassic period until, of course, the advent of the Torvosaurus, which some think are just large Allosaurs, because they actually, in some cases, existed together, which is crazy. So it may very well be. You had Torvosaurs, Allosaurs, and Ceratosaurs. They were all in the same habitat in certain areas. Now, how I'm saying that, how I'm rationalizing the lack of an elongated thumb claw is because this Allosaurus is small, and I didn't even do the calculations. Let me get that out the way. At 8 and 3/4 inches, aka 8.75 inches, that would make this at the 1/35th scale representative of an animal that's 25.5 feet long. So if you want it to be a 28-foot long animal, then this is a 1/28th scale model. But if we're going with the 1/35th scale, like I said, 25.5 feet long. So what does that mean? For me, that's got to mean it is a sub-adult, or at least a young adult. And the thumb claw hasn't fully grown out yet. So that's how I'm going to rationalize that. Now, checking out some comparisons, of course, we're going to start off with another Allosaurus, this being the PNSO Allosaurus, and you see the size difference right there. This, the PNSO Allosaurus, is representative of an actual size. And look at the differences in the skulls. I'm going to turn that so you can see it a little bit better on our Haolonggood. You see that this Allosaurus, which is definitely fragilis, you see the snout is a bit elongated as opposed to what we got going on here, and definitely the same size. Now, I'm not going to give all flowers to the PNSO because the PNSO version is also lacking the thumb claw. So seems that no one wants to get that part of the Allosaurus's anatomy correct. Here's a close-up so you can see the differences in those skulls that I'm talking about. They're definitely different species of Allosaurus. Next we have the Diplodocus by Rebor. Very nice figure. Got the bendy neck and tail. So the posable possibilities are great. And I've got this looking, I've got the Diplodocus looking at this, I'm going with it, subadult Allosaurus, as you can't be serious, dude. And now we've got Haolonggood's take on a sauropod, the Apatosaurus, 1/35 scale. This is more or less true 1/35 scale. And yeah, you can see right away that this Allosaurus stands no chance. I haven't broken out my PNSO Stegosaurus, so we'll just go with the Haolonggood Allosaurus for a comparison. Besides, this is more this Allosaurus speed, because the PNSO Stegosaurus just size-wise would be too much for this guy. And here's our recently reviewed Edmontonia. Look pretty good together. The orangish, the kind of orange-ish striping on the Allosaur almost matches what we got there going on with the Edmontonia. And here's our Allosaurus next to a 1/35 scale human. About the only thing he is bigger than. So summing up this review of the Haolonggood Allosaurus 1/35 scale, and if it is 1/35 scale, then this is a subadult or a young adult. The measurements would equate to a 25.5 foot representative of Allosaurus. It's pretty nice figure. I love the coloration. I love the coloration. Of course, the that lack of a thumb claw, I've already spoken on it ad nauseum, gets on my nerves, but you guys already heard how I've rationalized that away, that this is a subadult and that claw hasn't fully grown out yet. So that's what I'm going with. It is definitely undersized for a 1/35 scale model, but it is a nice looking model. We've got the articulated jaw, which is cool, and yeah, the attention to detail is still great, with the exception of that thumb claw. Everything else seems pretty nice. This is Haolonggood's first attempt at a theropod on their own, I should point out, and I'm quite sure they'll do better. They definitely have got doing their herbivores down for sure, and once again, you can't beat their price points. So that's what we got going on with our Haolonggood 1/35 scale Allosaurus. Guys, please, if you will, like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below. What do you think about this particular model, this Allosaurus, this color, or would you prefer the brown color? Because it does come in that as well. Articulated jaw, which is a staple for most high-end dinosaur models with their theropods to have articulated jaws. I'm glad that's still going on, even with Haolonggood. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to be notified when I upload another video, please hit that notification bell and you will be notified. Once again, thank you guys for watching the review, and until next time, take care.